Everybody, I'm Joel. Today I'll be showing you guys my latest Lego custom with a special feature, which is housed right there. So this is my 12 stud wide custom boat that I just built out of being bored, and I wanted to build something that sank, which this is pretty heavy, so it does sink all the way, which I will show that at the end of this video. And the lights that I showed, they do stay on underwater. So I'm going to start the all-round tour by starting up at the bow. Right here we have our anchor that's just attached by this little hinge piece, I guess. And then you got some vents and some slopes here leading up to this little platform that you peel up to access the battery box for the lights. And then you've also got some railing here where the anchor sits right up against. The anchor does not actually go down, it's just attached by that hinge, just kind of for detail, and that's the only way that I could attach it. And then down here, you can't get in here besides right here, so minifigure wise, minifigures can't stand in here. You also can't get in here, this part is completely blocked off, and sort of the case here where I'm just using random bricks to make up the walls because I ran out of other stuff. But the one part that is minifigure compatible is right up here. Here we have the little bridge, I guess. So there's a computer here telling you how fast you're going. So these people are apparently going 82 knots per hour. I mean, it's kind of fast, but whatever. Or 82 miles per hour if you want to go like that. And then you've also got some gauges over there. Here's a steering wheel, a seat, and then you got a little visor here to keep the water out of your face. And you got the string back here coming from this winch that is just holding up that antenna back there. Just kind of using it for detail. But another thing that I like about this boat is the two little things that you can see here. So if you look at current day images of the Titanic, the superstructure floor where the bridge would have sat kind of just collapsed into this smooth little surface. So that's kind of what I was going for there with the smooth pieces. And another thing that I was going for, based on another real boat, or boats rather, is I just recently went on vacation and got to see a lot of boats that have this sort of, I don't know what you call it, but this effect that kind of goes up towards the back of the boat, or the stern rather, and it's kind of small for the scale of the boat, but whatever, it still looks good in my opinion. And then up here we got a dome for like internet and stuff. That's not what it was supposed to be when I built it, but that's what it looks like, so I'm going to call it that. So since you can't get into anywhere, there's not really much more to show than that. Besides, let's take a look at the stern real quick. It's the last part to take a look at, and there's actually not much back here. A couple parts on the boat are just kind of friction fit, like conveniently these wheel arches just kind of slid into the studs perfectly, which they match, so there's some little stylish thing, I guess, I don't know. And then you got your propeller here, and then your exhaust, which this is supposed to be the part coming out of the engine, and this is supposed to be the part where the generated smoke would come out, but it's pointed forward, so that doesn't really play out too well. But other than that, there is almost nothing back here besides the steering wheel and the ladder, and then here's your little string coming out. Everything on the stern is really just for detail, something to catch your eye a little bit. And then on either side of the boat, you've got some windows, two sets of windows to be specific, and all of these do have two LEDs inside of them. So if I turn the LEDs on real quick with the battery box, you can see there's an LED, there's an LED, there's an LED, there's an LED. So there's two on every window. And then as for seeing inside, you can't really do much besides turn the lights on and just kind of look inside there. And what I did for lighting is just took some cheap LEDs that I got at like the dollar store, and I taped them in with some gaffer's tape. So now let's go ahead and go see how well the boat floats. I've got my bathroom sink filled up now, and I'm going to be holding the battery box because water can get in here and just kind of fry everything. But the lights do in fact work underwater. I've actually sunken it here before. So that will just kind of slide on sort of like that. The wire's messing it up. Let's go ahead and sink the ship, I guess. Half float, half sink, because Legos don't really sink unless you make them. So I removed the few little legs that I had sitting on the bottom. So let's go in 3, 2, 1. So the boat is doing what Legos usually do when you put them into big boats like this, it's not sinking, but it's not floating. It's kind of doing both. So as you can see, all the lights are in fact working. The two ones on the back are working, and then these two on the other side are also working over there. So I don't know how long this could sit in the water. I presume quite a while, since they're LEDs and there's not really much to go wrong in an LED. But here you can see inside the whole entire under cabin of the ship is in fact water filled, and the battery box is just sitting there. My sister is holding it. So I'll give you guys another watch at it sinking, but from the inside. So there you can see it almost gets to a position where it wants to capsize, but it doesn't. It just kind of goes back to its position like that. So I'll go ahead and drain the water, and everything will go back to normal. Only so now I have to let the boat dry out again. So there is the all-round tour and sort of sink test of my second Lego boat. The first one being kind of less brick built, and since it used the big hull piece. But if you guys enjoyed the build, or if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure that you subscribe, watch this season video, like this video, and turn the notifications bell so that you don't miss out on more uploads just like this one.